me no get no reward. Go check, still me no get, still me no.
Coming to you live from the newsroom, there have been some rumors running around that there have been cases of the coronavirus located in Jamaica, that somebody has been forwarding from China and they are now seems to be suspected to be infected, and rumor has it that the University Hospital of the West Indies is nearly on lockdown, partial lockdown and all these things. But we have our roving reporter out in the street.
RJR breaking news. The University Hospital of the West Indies is in partial lockdown due to what is believed to be the first suspected case of the coronavirus. The affected individual is said to have traveled to China recently.
We have some other voice notes here with information.
Yo, latest. Girl go to China go visit her people them, and some people are China and them thing there and come back, just a come through Manly airport and then suspect her having the virus where I go around. So the whole of town out to lock up, you know, and them thing there. That them dep on the news. Midday news. I go on right now. So the thing come like say it's sticky. Because see what I go on now. Midday news.
Them me da what something pan saying in already, you know, and everybody it are killing, you know. What happened is that in some people with weak immune system, it will make them catch pneumonia and bronchitis. So this have a trace of AIDS and everything mixed up, brother, cause what basically I do break down your immune system. It is a respiratory disease, make you can't breathe, and mucus full up your lungs and kill you. So if your immune system strong, you can survive it, and not everybody it will kill. But I just those with weak immune system.
Boy, that sounds kind of terrible, because me said there's a couple cases in France. The last time I listened to the news in London, yeah, so then it have some suspected people, but then send them home because them never have it. So about 14 or so people there at the hospital will come through from China and they never have it. So them send them home. I don't know what go on since me last listen to the news. But this kind of sad fear, say the coronavirus reached Jamaica, like cool, some cold bump and some bad feelings take me up on them something there. And as we speak right now, one next voice note just reached me. I don't know if it's a voice note that reached me before or not, but me just press play and see what I go on.
When we are getting reports of people, certainly in parts of St. Andrew, talking about a case here in Jamaica. And let me tell you, yes, we've got to be careful. Yes. We've got to be careful. Yes, we don't want to spread panic. This is already a serious threat. We just came off the phone with the health minister via contact. There is no suspected case of the coronavirus at the University Hospital or anywhere in Jamaica. No suspected cases. What we can tell you that there are tests being done on an individual, but there's no suspicion. They're out of an abundance of caution. They are doing tests. One person who came in from China 2 weeks ago, with flu-like symptoms.
That is about what they have been saying in Britain would be the incubation period, my dear Mr. Robin reporter. But let's continue.
Flu-like symptoms, and they are now doing tests just to be sure that it's either or not, the coronavirus. So please don't spread panic or alarm. That's the worst thing we can do now, to spread any panic or alarm. They are checking. Anyone coming out of China is being checked. Okay? And that is a prudent thing to do. That is the responsible thing to do. So please do not spread the word about any case here in Jamaica. There is no suspected case of the coronavirus at the University Hospital or anywhere in Jamaica.
I wonder what the word suspected mean, my dear colleague, because if there is somebody being tested, is that suspicion? I have to rephrase and calculate. If there is somebody being tested for something with flu-like symptoms. Could it be of the coronavirus? Does that mean there is a suspicion? Sometimes when the relevant authority tell you don't get panic and they say certain things is for to crowd control. Sometimes it work maybe and sometimes it don't work. But anyway, I've seen, just as we are speaking here, there is more stuff popping up on my phone.
This is an outbreak of disease that started in Wuhan. It's one of the central Chinese cities. It's caused by a novel coronavirus. That means it's brand new, so new that actually it doesn't have a name yet. It's from a family called the coronaviruses. The symptoms of this illness are pretty mundane on the face of it. It's a dry cough, fever, and then breathing problems. It seems quite mild in lots of people, and probably those people don't end up in hospital at all. We only know about the more severe cases, which is where people have gone on to develop viral pneumonia. And those people obviously end up in hospital, and all the deaths have been amongst those people. This brand new coronavirus came from animals, and it's believed that the source was actually a seafood market in Wuhan, which also sells wild animals. So far as we know, all the cases have come out of Wuhan. So some of these people are in places like Thailand and Japan, but they haven't picked it up there. They actually got it in Wuhan and then they travelled. In China, where the most cases are, it's older people who are ending up in hospital with this. They're usually over 40, and the very youngest person diagnosed is about 13 or 14 years old. So it doesn't appear to be affecting small children, and those who've died tend actually to have underlying conditions, as they say. They're frail, they may have heart disease or cancer already, and so they're vulnerable. Basically, their immune systems are not very robust, and they're going to find it very hard to fight off a virus.
Okay.
We've only just discovered that the new coronavirus is actually transmitted from one person to another. It was hoped at first, actually, that it just came from animals, as all coronaviruses do, but now it looks as though it is actually passed from one human being to another. So we've got people-to-people transmission because the market's been closed for some time, and there are cases in people who've never been near it. So there actually isn't any treatment at the moment at all. Because this is a virus, antibiotics won't work. They only work against bacteria, not viruses. So really you want an antiviral treatment, but none of the flu drugs that we've got, and we have got a couple of those, will work on this. Coronavirus is different from a flu virus. So there actually isn't any treatment at the moment at all.
So does everybody out there then?
This one is scary because it is a brand new virus, so we don't know how it's going to behave. But I have to say, we perhaps ought to put it in the context of some of the other things. I went to Sierra Leone to cover the West Africa outbreak of Ebola, and that was killing more than half of all those people who were infected. SARS, which was a novel coronavirus, just like this one back in 2002, did end up causing a global panic. And that was largely because nobody had ever seen it before, but also the death rate was at around 10%. Well, here, so far, we're talking about a death rate of 2%, which is a lot less. And it does look as if many of those people actually have had underlying health problems, which would make it more likely that they would die. They could equally have died of flu. So you have to put it into that context, I think.
Don't know what to say. Don't know what to think. But as soon as we have more information, we'll let you know right here from the War Kitchen, War Central, with a different kind of report today. Please like and subscribe and all these other things. Shung shung shing.